Hey fellow hobbyists, this is Kieran from Keys Minis and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to take a look inside the Diachasm Crimson Court box. Pre-ordered that just before all the recent kerfuffle that's happened around Curse City and everything, so we'll discuss kind of that towards the end of the video, but we're going to have a look inside the box. I'm going to paint these up, build these up and paint these up over the next couple of weeks alongside my necromantic horror Blood Bowl team. So, the Diachasm box. Firstly, let me just say I'm filming on a smaller desk, so I do apologise. I haven't opened this, I've not even looked in the product yet, so I'm very eager to get inside. I know others are painting these up already, but I've avoided looking at everything. So I'll quickly just crack into this. So I did the peeling of the label just off camera just to get it done. And it seems to be double peeled. Great. I wondered why there wasn't one on the other side. But yeah, I've not looked in this box, so I mean other people have already got them and painting them, but mine only actually arrived. It was a Sunday surprise, like I said, due to everything being late, due to delays, which I'll talk about towards the end of the video. But yeah, so here it is, obviously the 4 warband characters. I don't know the lady, but Prince Duval and the rest of the court. So I'll build these up probably later on today. So, and then I'll look to paint them over the next few days as well. And then you get the card sets. Obviously, I don't play Underworlds, so I've never. And there's the instructions as well. So I've never played them, so these are new to me. I might look at getting into it later on. I've kind of got the online game, but again, it's kind of a bit of a steep learning curve when I'm trying to learn a lot of different other things in terms of other Games Workshop products. I'm learning Blood Bowl, we're learning to play Mortal Realms, we're learning to play the Soul Wars edition as well. So yeah, I've got a lot to learn, but I'll get on to painting these real soon, and this is obviously a great looking card set and a great looking box, and I'm eager to tackle my skill set with these miniatures and build up a vampire army. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to painting those miniatures. I'll update everything on my Instagram. I constantly put updates, so I'm going to kind of build them up. I'm going to build them up later on today, get them ready, sprayed up, and I'm going to start painting them this week alongside some of my necromantic horrors that I'm working on for our Blood Bowl for me and my son to play with. And that's going to be the last pre-order I do for a while with GW. It's the first one, it's only the second one I've done. I also got Sigmar on a pre-order. I was looking at getting Bellicor, but he's come around way too quick for me. With him coming out this week, that I just can't do it. I really wanted to get Curse City, so I was bitterly disappointed last week when GW backtracked on their initial statements regarding it being a long-term product. Heavily disappointed because I trusted their own communications that it was going to be a long-term product in itself, and the way they advertised it and built everything around it. I was excited for that game because I felt that was a game me and my son could have had a lot of fun playing together. And so I put it off for my birthday because of, I reached out to GW on the week because I actually read something in the article talking about a limited run, but it was to do with the book, the special copy book. But because the way it was worded, it kind of confused me at the time, maybe just reading it on my phone. So I reached out and I got a communication from a trusted source in there, or trusted, I'm not sure if he works with them, he's directly employed with them, but he reached out and told me, no, don't worry, it's going to be a long-term project. This is intended to be on the shelves for a while, so you don't have to rush to get it. And then everything sold out really quickly, and I was looking at things and I got a little scared because the place I regularly order was doing things via email rather than putting it up on their site, and that kind of set some alarm bells off with me then. But I still held out just because I believed the communications that this was going to be one of their long-term products. And I didn't get it, and then I've missed out, and I just have not had the chance to go out and buy it. I don't have the money at the minute, so I'm not going to go and rush out and feed the FOMO culture, the fear of missing out culture to get it, just because obviously it's been pulled, and I'm not going to go and pay odds on eBay. DW actually obviously announced yesterday that they're going to take a step back on pre-orders, which I think is a positive step to get them back in line and get them distributing correctly. Obviously there's been a lot of reports about people not getting products on time and things being delayed. Even the Crimson Core, I got an email actually from the place I bought it from saying it was going to be delayed, and then quickly got an email back a couple of hours later that they'd actually got their shipment later that evening. So there's obviously something going wrong with production somewhere and distribution, and I just hope things get really sorted very soon. And hopefully, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll see the return of Curse City in some way, whether that's a print run later on in the year, because I'd love to get that game to play with my son. And if I come across it, maybe I'll pick it up. But with everything happening on that and trusting their communications, it kind of broke my trust in that pre-order system. I'm going to categorically say I'm not going to be pre-ordering for a good while. Maybe I'll pick up some of the Soul Bite stuff just because of that want to be able to do it. But I don't really want to feed that culture. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you for tuning in, and that's just a few of my thoughts on Curse City. I really look forward to painting the Crimson Court and having some fun with them. And next week, obviously, again, I'll be back with that streaking test video, and I might show off the backlog that I've got to get through. My son ordered a big amount of Chaos related things for Christmas, so I'm going to try and get through that over the coming months, and that will keep me busy in many ways anyway. And I've probably got plans actually for my birthday to, instead of getting Curse City, I'm going to actually look at another line and try and go the route of testing my abilities as a painter on some historical figures, but I'll keep you up to date with those as they come. Thank you for watching. If you have enjoyed this video and just my ramblings and ranting, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon again next week.